Welcome back to StarrSoap's channel. How are you today? I'm doing good. Today I'm going to be remaking my rose soap. Last time I made it mint rose and it was a very popular soap. Everyone loved it. So come along with me and today I'll remake it and show you how I do it. Squee! So first things first, we're going to add our cooled lye water to our cooled oils just like we do every time. And I'm working today at a very cool temperature and also working in a very cool room. So I made this soap in winter and it was a very cold winter's night. And I do believe that made a big difference. Normally when I add any kind of floral, especially rose fragrances, even if I do it really carefully right at the end and stir it through with only the spatula, I end up with little lumps. And if you go back and watch that mint rose, I'll leave that in the description box, you'll see what I mean. There were sort of little pockets almost of fragrance, it seemed, where it had sort of riced little parts of the soap. But by somehow, and I did not mean this, it just sort of happened, somehow, by soaping in a cold room and soaping cold, room temperature, I seem to have actually been able to tame the fragrance oil this time, and it was very interesting. I kept a fluid soap, and just like with many of my soaps that I've been making during the colder months, they took that much longer to saponify and therefore that much longer to be able to come out of the mould and be able to be cut. So instead of a process that I can usually have done in a couple of days, it was taking me 3 to 4 days, depending. So it was a little bit frustrating, but it was also kind of neat in some ways. I like to be kept on my toes. So I've got some pink mica in the jug there and some titanium dioxide in the base. And I'm going to be adding rose fragrance oil as well as geranium essential oil, which just seems to help that rose fragrance oil to stick and also gives it more of a natural, realistic scent. So it smells more like the real flower that you plucked out of your garden. So I'm going to go ahead and pour them in the mould, and I'm not going to really have any much of a plan. I'm just going to throw it all in there because, of course, my main thing that I'm thinking about is this fragrance and will it behave. A little bit of leftover soap, so I pop it into my beautiful little fairy molds, which has been a bit of a habit I've been trying to do more regularly lately, so I can make some little fairy soap sets for people. Now I'm just chucking some blue embeds in, and it's kind of a funny reason. When I was making my roses for this soap to go on the very top, I only had enough red dough to make 8 roses and not 9. So I made 1 blue rose. So the blue embeds that I'm throwing in are like a nod to the blue rose almost, even though it will only be on 1 bar. It's just sort of a funny little thing that I wanted to do for consistency in my own head. So now I'm just chucking some teeny tiny little soap balls all across the top. Some white ones and also some pink ones that I rolled out of my little soapy dough, and I can leave the link below to that video as well if you'd like to learn how to roll your own little soapy dough balls. And I have to, now that I've done that, I'm going to sort of give it a bit of a swirl to help to spread them around. But I actually have to leave it now and go away for a good couple of 3 hours before I can put the toppers on. Because the soap is so fluid that if I put the toppers on now, they would just sink in and not sit on the top. So that's kind of funny, once again, not what the rose fragrance oil has done to me before. I come back now and I try to do it and still the soap's not ready. So it's much later in the evening when I finally get to do it, and I didn't film it, sorry. It got so late. But here I am a good 3 days later, finally unmolding the soap. And it's a very tentative process, and I just mean you have to be very gentle. It's it's almost like birthing it out of the wee silicone liner, I always feel. And it's sort of like listening to the soap when it's ready to come out. But there we have it. We have our rose soap, with each bar has a rose and also a leaf. And I get all set up to cut it, and then I realise that I'm going to destroy more roses than I would like to. So I have to sort of shuffle things, and that's not going to work. I'm going to have to cut some of the roses. I can't avoid it completely, but I don't want to destroy too many of them if I can help it. So I was just adjusting it slightly to get it right. And then we can cut the bars and see what they look like on the inside. Ooh. Oh wow, the suspense is killing me. It's gorgeous. Wow, that soap was so fluid that just by pouring that pink in there, I have got a really wispy and amazing swirl. I really did not expect that. That is cool. This one even has a little red dot and a little blue cube on each bar. Fantastic. Oh, I'm really intrigued by that, and if I get another chance next winter, because already spring has come and it's not cold like that anymore, and I'm remaking rose soap, I'll have to test this theory out again. There's something about being in a cold room. I don't know, I feel like I got really lucky with this batch. Normally rose soaps give me such a bloomin' pain. They can be such a pain. But look at these incredible swirls. What do you see? I'm really chuffed with how they came out, and I hope that you enjoyed watching me make them as much as I enjoyed making them. These little hand-molded roses are a real pain, but they do look amazing on the final soaps. And this week I'd like to highlight Samantha Fudge and her groovy swirly soap with hand-molded roses on top and little hand-molded balls that she did using the same technique that I showed in my hand-molded video, so it's really awesome. She shared the picture in our StarrSoaps group over on Facebook, so if you'd like to come and join it, it's called StarrSoapy Family, and we'd love to see your creations. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, then feel free to hit that subscribe button, become a member of the StarrSoapy family, and feel the soapy love. Bye!